Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome back to Old Man Rambles. Um, I'm angry again. Gonna have to start calling this Angry Old Man instead of Old Man Rambles. Ugh. I was made aware of this actually a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to talk about it then, but other things got in the way. So let's talk about it now. There is a woman in Europe named, I think, Effie, who bought a motorized wheelchair. She has multiple sclerosis. She needs a wheelchair. So she paid a huge chunk of change for one electric motorized wheelchair. And when she received it, she was surprised to find that all but the most basic of functions were locked behind a paywall. Yeah, they were like barcodes on her wheelchair that she had to, you want this feature? Scan the barcode and pay the app. And it was like the Bluetooth access, okay, that's not necessary. But like it was set at the slowest speed, only one speed. If you wanted access to more than one speed, you had to pay extra. If you wanted to have it set at like cruise, like I guess you call it cruise control, but like set it so that way it would stay running at a set speed, and not have to hold the button down, which for someone who has hard, either difficulty moving their limbs or pain control using their limbs, is also a very useful and necessary feature. It's like they basically wanted her to pay extra money every month to use the features that were on her wheelchair already. Fortunately for Effie, she's an IT person, so she hacked her wheelchair to get access to all the features. And then she went online and posted instructions on how other people can do it, which is fortunate for her. In her situation, I would have done almost the exact same thing. If she had been in the U.S., she would have been sent to jail. The laws in the United States basically protect the corporation, not us. That would be considered theft in the U.S. They're doing this to people in wheelchairs. They're screwing over people with disabilities, trying to force them to pay extra. The features are already in the chair. They're just trying to price gouge her. Oh, you want to go more than at faster than the slowest speed we can make? You got to pay extra for it. You got to pay up. Pay up or basically, get by with the bare minimum. I mean, I'd said in a previous video I made, I know I said this, like, if they could figure out a way to make you pay to breathe, they would do it. It's like, this is cruel. This is piracy. Them forcing this on us is piracy. They're forcing this on people with disabilities. Her hacking her wheelchair to get access to those, except the Bluetooth, but like to get access to basic features, that's not theft. That's liberation. That's getting what she rightfully paid for. She paid 6,000 euros, more than 6,000 euros, for this motorized wheelchair. She shouldn't be price gouged for any more than that. There was a movie I saw with oh crap, what was his name? I want to say Jude Law. It was like, the movie was Repo Men, and took place in the future where if people had artificial organs, if they couldn't make the payments, Repo Men came and took your organs back, regardless of if it killed you or not. If you had an artificial heart and you couldn't make the payments, they took your heart back. They knocked you out, cut your heart out, and left you there. And it was legal because, you were stealing the equipment. You weren't paying for the equipment, therefore it was considered theft from the company, and they just took it back. This isn't quite that level, but we're on our way. The last video I made was I think it was the llast video, but like a Old Man Rambles video. What's the last one? No, I made one about winning the lottery. Like I didn't win the lottery, and if I had that much money, I wouldn't know what to do with it. That $1 billion lottery. It's like, no, now I know what I would do with it. If I won that $1 billion lottery, I would make a wheelchair company. and I would undercut their prices and sell them. I would make a really, really good wheelchair and sell them cheap, just barely enough to cover expenses. Because, you know, if you have a couple $100 million to throw around, I think I could do that. I know, and I don't know people, quote unquote, but but I know of people, who like starting up companies, and I could get in touch with them if I really needed to, especially if I had a couple $100 million to throw around. I know who I would approach to help me start this company up and help me run it, or run it for me. Yeah, if I won that $1 billion lottery, I would do something like this. I would do something like trying to kill this cruel greed that is so pervasive in this country. I don't know. I say this country because I don't know how it is in the rest of the world. I just know in the United States, greed has become greed. Greed is cruelty at this point. Um, I'm also reminded of the movie Begonia, and similar stories like that, where aliens see the human race and their greed and cruelty and just wipe them out because they're not worth the time anymore. And there's always been a part of me that's like, no, there's still good here. There's still people worth keeping. And then something like this happens, and I'm like, nope, we've had our chance. Burn it all to the ground. We don't deserve it. Burn it to the ground. Good hunting.